No problem. Yeah, please proceed.
The only difference is that kings are trained by those who reach his people.
Sinvusele bekunene. Your Excellency, the Ambassador and Director General for Foreign Affairs, Head of Delegation for Taiwan Business here next to me, and all the business people from Taiwan. It is a great pleasure for me to be part of this business seminar, to join you, especially after you all had very interesting discussions before coming here to see me. I was briefed just before I came here by the minister, who of course was briefing me about what happened this morning, and in particular that both our business people from eSwatini, government officials, and as well as all the representatives from the government of Taiwan, and also the business people, you all had a session where you discussed a lot of interesting things, and in particular about how to invest in eSwatini and so on. And we are very pleased that you have had this opportunity where you were able to exchange and interact. And it's even much better when business people also interact with the business people who are local, because you can get a better information from them as to how they are operating their own businesses. But what I can say is that eSwatini is ready for business and is ready to welcome all of you, as I am now taking the opportunity to welcome all of you from the Republic of China, Taiwan, to be here in eSwatini. Today we are making history, especially after the visit of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, who had come here to represent the President in one of our celebrations, which is the King's birthday. And in that occasion, we were launching. It was the day when we were relaunching the strategic oil reserve, which is once again one of initiatives which Taiwan has supported. This strategic oil reserve is in the tune of $300 million US, which is going to be constructed, managed, and then and everything after the payment, it will be a public partnership between eSwatini and Taiwan. And during that occasion, when we were interacting with the minister, he did mention to me that Taiwan is very keen to share its own knowledge. We know how Taiwan has developed over the many years, even when you are under extreme difficult positions, especially because we are aware that the world is not dealing with Taiwan as the world should be. And we here in eSwatini, of course, have been one of those advocates to the world on behalf of Taiwan, that Taiwan has a lot to share to the world. And today you are also demonstrating to the world, not only to eSwatini, but to the whole world at large, that Taiwan can contribute very, very significantly to all mankind. And we all know the challenges we are all facing in this world, the challenges of hunger, disease, poverty, conflicts, and so on. The world needs to come together and find the right answers. In Africa, we have a lot of challenges of unemployment, challenges of not having a very good social welfare, and so on. And of course, our people are determined to really improve on that. In my opening remarks in Parliament, I was saying this year is a year of transformation. We are going to transform. That means we are going to make eSwatini a better place to be in all kinds of areas. Could it be social, business, environment, you name it. We are going to make a big difference. And I am happy to see that we are not alone in this vision. Here we are tonight, sitting with the business people from Taiwan, sent by the government to come and give solidarity to all the people of eSwatini, that we are together. We are so pleased about this solidarity, this friendship. It shows that Taiwan and eSwatini have been friends for many years, and our friendship continues to grow and grow and grow. And we want to maintain that friendship with Taiwan. So we want to leave also a good legacy for those future generations, both from Taiwan and as well as from eSwatini, to know that this relationship is very important and we must keep it as it is. We are so happy to hear this announcement. As I started by saying, we are making history indeed. It's always rare when you talk to ministers, especially on a short moment, and then you see big results happening. Especially, I'm not talking about our ministers here. I'm talking about the other ministers from outside. Because most of the ministers that I've spoken to outside, so that I'm clear about that. When I talk to them, they always promise and say we will come back. But the Minister of Foreign Affairs from Taiwan has shown his own commitment. I must tell you how he actually showed his commitment during our discussion when we were having dinner. We discussed about how Taiwan can share its own experiences, especially because Taiwan has a lot of high-tech companies, technologies, in all kinds of areas, semiconductors. There are a lot of Taiwanese companies which are very strong and making a lot of money. And I was saying to the minister, it would be nice if we can have that kind of experience shared with of Mswati. Because we as Mswati are trying very hard also to build industries, especially industries that will have turnovers of running into billions annual. This is our aim, which we would like to see. But I'm glad that we have Taiwanese who have already done those things. I have visited a number of different companies in Taiwan, and one of them which I visited was making a turnover of annual $200 billion US dollars. And I was so impressed to see that one company can make a turnover of 250 billion US dollars, if it's even bigger than budgets of other countries. That company alone. Now, those companies, if they were to come and share their experiences with the Mswati, this will certainly go a very, very long way. And I am happy that even before coming to see me, to brief me, you've had a session with our business people where they also gave you a lot of information, how they are making profits in eSwatini, how to invest in eSwatini. And to those who are new into eSwatini, we want to say, give you an assurance that eSwatini is ready to welcome you as potential investors, welcome you to partner with our business people here in eSwatini. And all that you need to do is to identify the areas where you wish we can give support. And I can assure that anything that you request, it is something that we are doing. And as we were talking about transformation, we are looking at a lot of things, residence permit, to look at policies that will also involve when you invest a certain amount of money for a citizenship eventually, but these are processes which needs to go to Parliament to be discussed there. Now, these are policies for any investor anywhere in the world that if you provide such policies, other countries around the world are doing it, and they are making a lot of money. So one, they always say you must emulate something that is a success story. Now, these are some of the success stories that I've come to learn about when I've been doing my own research. I'm just sharing this information for the Taiwanese business people so that they can understand what is in our thinking here in eSwatini. Now, some of these things will, of course, make eSwatini as the attractive destination. And in particular, because we want to be the attractive destination. And the good thing is that when you invest in eSwatini, don't look at the market of eSwatini. We have a lot of access of markets around the world, first starting with our own continent, the African Free Trade Area. We want Taiwanese business people to benefit from those markets. And of course, around the world, we also have a lot of preferential markets, which once you established here in eSwatini as a company from here in eSwatini, when you sell your goods, you sell it at the twice world market. So which is very, very good. So that is why we see eSwatini that it is that destination, that the destination you want to invest in the country which we are so proud of our nation. We have a good stability, we have peace, stability. You enjoy a lot of things when you are here. A country very safe from all kinds of odds. And so on, country which is always welcoming, very strong in tradition and culture. As you can see, we are wearing our own culture. We are very proud as Mswati to be these people who are different from others around the world. The way we are is something which we have learned from our forefathers who have taught us that to be a real human being is to know your past and your present. And we always say, if you are to produce good music in a piano, you've got to play both keys. That means you have to play the black and the white to produce good music. So that means tradition and modernity together, you produce good future. So that's who we are as Mswati, and we are so happy that Taiwan is joining us in this field. And as I was saying, that the minister has kept his word. He mentioned he was going to take the message back to the president, because the minister was saying a message which was coming from the president, because the president has instructed the minister to convey the message that Taiwan would like to support eSwatini after the strategic oil reserve, which we relaunched again, which we are all looking forward to the starting point of that project. I know that there are a lot of back and forth just to make sure that the starting point of that project is complete. And the idea is that when Taiwan demonstrates as to how it operates things, they committed that when they start the project, it will be all at the starting point and on time and on budget. Those are the kind of things that we would also want to learn, and we appreciate that you could share with us here in eSwatini. After the visit of the minister, I also sent ministers just to follow up, who were accompanied by the ambassador Jeremiah, who became also eSwatini. He said his hair is getting gray. I say he's getting more experienced. So he doesn't have to worry about the hair. All he must be happy with is more experienced now. So when I sent the delegation to Taiwan, they were well received by the president, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and also the government people and all the people of Taiwan. They all had a very good reception there. The reception was such that you could feel that when you are in Taiwan, you are actually in eSwatini, but far away from eSwatini. So I was very pleased about that. The report I received was very positive, that there were a lot of very positive things which were arranged there. And this was something which the Minister of Foreign Affairs, after he left here in eSwatini, he said he was going to prepare. Because he said, Your Majesty, what we are telling you, it's something that Taiwan will be able to deliver. And today, Taiwan has really demonstrated that they can certainly deliver. With what is happening today, we are very impressed as Mswati. First of all, the announcement of 6 billion emalangeni as the new investment. We say, thank you, well done. So we ask you to take our sincere thanks back to the president, the government, and all the people of Taiwan for this gesture of supporting the Kingdom of eSwatini, especially because this is one of the projects which is one of the projects we discussed with the minister. We discussed about setting up 500 hectares for all Taiwanese companies to come and invest here. And these 500 hectares will be developed by Taiwan and supervised and managed by Taiwan, so that Taiwan can demonstrate as to how they are doing it in Taiwan. It will be more Taiwan far away from Taiwan. And I'm so happy, and it's not so long ago, within a couple of months, and now you have some designs, preliminary designs, as to show commitment. Because when you are committed, you don't have to wait for years and years to develop something. You can just do it fast. And I'm so happy to see that even in a short space of time, after quite a number of consultation, now you have come up with a design for this new initiative, and it's one of the things, by the way, we discussed with the minister, but there was also another one which we also discussed, was that Taiwan would like to recruit and train a Mswati here, so that they can also go and work in Taiwan. So we agreed that perhaps a facility, where a training facility could be established between Taiwan and Eswatini. So again, even there are still a lot of consultations which are also going on as to where exactly the area would be. Of course, we received the request from Taiwan that they were hoping that this facility, if it is located between Mbabane and Manzini, and we said no problem, that is something we can obviously accommodate. So we are still working on that, but to show that we are all committed, we say let's not wait for the facility to be constructed, because that will take some time. Let us now start doing the recruitment for a Mswati. Those who are interested to go and work in Taiwan. And it's always very important that when you go to work in a foreign country, at least you get the information about the country, you get the knowledge, you get to know the culture, you get to know the language in particular. So we agreed that a facility that could be looked at, and there's of course the agricultural or the mission from Taiwan, which was one of the proposed one as a starting point, that to start the initiative, let's start with the using the mission where a lot of Mswati could be trained. When we discussed with the minister, we were talking about at least each year to recruit 1,000 of Mswati. So that means the training will involve learning Mandarin, and of course I mentioned the culture, and of course because they will be going to work in a different area, they have to learn about the company profile and so on. So those are some of the things that we have agreed. And now that I've also announced this, I want to, of course, encourage a lot of Mswati, especially those who have just graduated from the universities, from many kinds of universities, both here in Eswatini and as well as in Taiwan, and of course all over the world. Those Mswati who are looking for opportunities, Here is an opportunity that we have created with Taiwan, whereby you can invest by being recruited here so that you can go and stay in Taiwan. We are also looking at ways that once you are there, how to make sure that you live there happily without any challenges. Like us here, we are also wanting to make sure that those Taiwanese who are going to come to live and stay here in eSwatini are well taken care of. They enjoy eSwatini. They love eSwatini. They become a Mswati like Jabulani and get a Swazi name. He was always saying now we must call him by a eSwati name. So that is good to see that a lot of exchange of livelihood, that those from Taiwan come to eSwatini and those from eSwatini go to Taiwan. I think this is a very good way of building even the relationship more stronger. And we want to encourage that kind of activity. So those are the initiatives that we discussed with the minister, and obviously with many challenges in the world, you cannot tackle all things at once, but gradually. If you start at the starting point, and the starting point we are making is very, very big. And I want to say that we are very grateful. There have been many people, many different people who have been working hard behind the scenes, because a vision, if there's no one to support that vision will not be a success story. And you need those people who are following the vision to understand fully as to what is expected of that vision. And I am happy that those people who have been working behind the scenes have worked very hard. Today we are here to launch the 6 billion new investment, and of course the training center for Mswati to be recruited so that they can go and work in Taiwan. And of course this center it's a beginning, it's a starting point that is setting up all the infrastructure of the industrial park. That means building the residential area, building the service the land, so that because these days when you bring in industries, there are always a lot of things to consider about, in particular, the climate change. So the environmental assessment has to be taken into consideration. There are a lot of different things, when one is setting up a company, has to structure it. So this 6 billion is actually just committed on that. So which means that once that land has been fully developed, those companies who will come and then invest in there, they will hire many of Mswati in big numbers, and they will also contribute very significantly to the economy of this country. And I am sure that when you contribute very significantly, especially to the taxes, there will be quite a lot of minister. I can see minister is laughing over there because he's the one who will be more happier when you contribute to the taxes in Eswatini and so on. So we want that let's create a partnership. We want to commit that with this 500, it's a starting point. Eswatini has never done something like this where we allocate land to a foreign country, but because Taiwan is the greatest friend and ally of Eswatini, and it is good to start with Taiwan. And we hope this initiative, many other countries can follow. That eSwatini can just allocate them certain amount of land, they come and develop it, and then from that development, investment begins. And once investment starts, there are a lot of other opportunities which also get to be attracted. Those families who will be staying here, they will be thinking of other things to do, social things, entertainment, you name it. So the industrial park will increase a lot. This was one of the ideas when I was talking to the minister, and I could see the minister is very experienced in this. He was telling me that when he was the mayor or the governor of one of the provinces in Taiwan, he was actually responsible for a lot of things and for setting up a lot of companies, setting up this and that. So the experience of the Minister for Foreign Affairs is very wide. And I was very impressed to see a minister with such a vast experience and so on. And a man who can deliver too. Don't make just empty promises, but he follow up with the action. And we are here today because of that action. That action we agreed, me and him, we agreed that we are going to use the spirit of Ngwe. He said, I've learned this word, Your Majesty called Ngwe. And I explained to him that Ngwe means you are running faster. If there's a bee chasing you, you run too fast so that the bee doesn't catch you. And this is what we are, of course, doing. So there are a lot of good things which have come out of this, and we from eSwatini, on behalf of the Queen Mother and the government and all the people of eSwatini, we are very grateful to our friends from the Republic of China, Taiwan, for this significant gesture that you have shown to support and stand with the eSwatini. It's not the first time. You have a lot of industries already which are here and benefiting a lot, and we are working well together, and we can also assure all of you that going forward we will be together, we will stand together, and we will continue together, moving all around the world, supporting one another, making an appeal for all of you wherever the need is. We want to say thank you, welcome, Sheshe Siamo.
Thank you.